Go.
In my persuasive speech, even though I started off with more of an informative speech, I really finished off the speech very well. I could have utilized some of the stuff at the very end in the beginning of the speech. I think it would have really grabbed people's attention. My visual aid helped with maintaining an audience, keeping them entertained and interacting in what I was talking about. And I hope that it persuaded people to really think about helping a homeless pet. This class has been really good for me. I don't know that I would want to take it again, to be honest with you. It has opened my eyes to some things in public speaking. Selno, which was the author of our book we used, really helped me with learning a little bit more about ethos and pathos and the emotions and how emotions tie into speeches and logos and how they're utilized in speeches and in business, public speaking. The Bible also talks about public speaking, and we were able to incorporate that in this class, being that this school is a biblically based school. 1 Corinthians 14:9 says to us, "So with yourselves, if with your tongue you utter speech that is not intelligible, how will anyone know what you said? For you will be speaking into the air." There's a lot of truth in that. Jesus walked the earth and he spoke to people. He spoke impromptu speeches to people, things off the top of his head, spur of the moment, and he was able to reach his audience. He was very audience-centered. He interacted with his audience. He did what he did. He came to earth and he was born as a baby, and he lived and he experienced things like we do so that he could relate to us. And I think that you have to be able to relate to your audience to be audience-centered. And I learned a lot of that through our author, Selno. Another scripture reference that I found that relates to this class and to what I'm going to carry into my life is Colossians 4:6. "Let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how you ought to answer." You really need to be careful what you say to people and how you say it, because it may come across in a negative way. It may have a negative impact on what you're trying to do. So you really need to apply. I've got to learn to apply everything I've learned in my class and to be careful how I present things. I need to be audience-centered. Our pastor once spoke about a phrase in Matthew that talked about if it's in your heart and it's a passion, your heart is going to abundantly overflow through your mouth. And I do think that our words and persuade people. So we need to be positive in our persuasion. And I've really enjoyed this class, and I hope that everybody else has learned as much as I have and carry it into their life. And I appreciate all that I've learned and getting to know each and every one of you. And God bless you.